Excellent. So we just continue on where we were. So we're just tilting that pelvis under a couple more times. Getting that neutral spine, getting our posture set up. That's it. And back to that nice middle neutral position. We're going to start moving the feet now. So we're going to do what we call a pedal, and we're pushing down through the ball of your foot into the ground. Press through your foot every time, and then just let your arms start to swing in a nice natural walking movement, pressing down. So we're getting that body loosened up. You might get a little bit of creaking and cracking from your ankles and your toes. As long as that's not really painful, that's perfectly normal. Just those joints loosening up. Just start to bring those arms up a little bit higher. Just bring that up now. Other hand's going slightly further back. We're starting to stretch out in those shoulders. Keep increasing. That's good. All the way up now till we're reaching high and back. Press those arms back now. Then a good stretch around your chest and shoulders. Excellent. Sweeping that back. We're going to go slightly wider with those arms. Just reaching that out a little bit more. There we go. Let's just keep that going now. And one more each side. Bring that back down. So keeping our feet nicely underneath those hips. I want you to bring your arms up, slight bend in the elbow. Keeping head and hips pointing forwards. Let's just start to rotate those shoulders and that upper back. Getting a bit of movement back in there. So overnight as we sleep, all those joints and those ligaments start to heal, they tighten up, we stiffen up a little bit. We're just mobilizing the body, getting ourselves ready to move again. So now we're going to start looking to those hands as you turn. We sweep it around, nice and smooth and steady. And as we turn, just let your outside heel lift. And we can look all the way around behind. This is a lovely full rotation round. That's good. One more each way. And bring that back in. Give yourself a few seconds now just for any dizziness to settle. And we're going to start doing a little bit of balance work. So we're going to stand on one leg. If you do need to use a chair, piece of furniture, the wall, a small child, anything to help with your balance, just going to stand and sweep that leg through. So it doesn't need to come super high. Not trying to do the can-can. So the leg that's moving is there to cause some disruption to our balance. And what we're working is all those muscles that help us keep standing nice and tall and still. That's it. Just trying to minimize that lean to the side. Just enough so your leg can clear the floor. That's good. Sweep that through. Thinking about being tall and still. Really good. Couple more times. And bring that back down. Walk it out, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. Just set your balance, sweep through. This is a good chance now just to compare your balance from side to side. Does it feel easier on this leg, or are you not quite as balanced? And if you have noticed a difference, remember which side was a little bit weaker, and we can do more work on that one. Little things like when you're waiting for the kettle to boil, you can just do some of these leg sweeps. When you're brushing your teeth, try standing on one leg, little things like that, just to keep working on our balance through our everyday tasks. That's it, really good. Nice and gentle, sweeping through. Don't need to go really high. Excellent, one more. And bring that back down. We go back over to the first leg, taking the weight on that foot again. This time I want you to draw a little circle around, so sweep around your standing leg and back. So it's adding that little challenge now. Got a change of direction in there. Aiming to keep standing tall and still. If you do struggle with your balance, remember, feel free to use that chair or the wall, whatever's to hand. That's good. And one more time. And bring that back. Let's just walk it out, switch to the other leg, and sweep it around. Good. Go steady away. It's not too fast, but enough just to disrupt our balance a little bit. Keeping that going, well done. Fantastic, let's have two more. And bring that back, fantastic. Okay, we're gonna get our lower body all warmed up now, so we're gonna go in just to do a few squats. So I want you to stand with our feet just underneath the body there, that's it. So nice and tall. We're just going to squat that down, bringing it back up. So imagine you're looking for a little chair behind you that you're just going to sit down on and stand back up. Ideally, we're aiming for that 90-degree bend in the knee. If you do struggle with that, wherever you feel you can, if it's just a slight bend in the knee to back tall, that's absolutely fine. We always work to our own levels. Don't worry about what anybody else can do. Just work on our own abilities. That's good. We're just keeping that going. We're strengthening those glutes, so those muscles in our bum, our thighs, all those ones that help us get up and down stairs, in and out of your chair, carrying things, walking around. Really important we keep these muscles strong. At least twice a week we want to be doing some form of strength work, and a couple of times a week balance. So a class like this will tick off both of those for you, for your balance and your strength. Fantastic. Two more. That's it, one more. And bring that back up. Okay, if you are on a yoga mat now, try looking lengthways along, or if you're just in a bit of space, you want it lengthways, I want you to stand nice and tall. We're going to take our hands up above our head and now roll ourselves down. So hands dive in front, tuck your chin, roll that down towards the floor, and we unroll back up. If you do struggle with your back and your hamstrings, just soften those knees as we go. Gradually straighten as you come up. So let's roll it down. Really good. So I'll just show you from the front as well. Bringing that down, tucking it in. Roll the shoulders. And up. That's good. We'll do a couple more. Loosening out all of that postural chain. So right from the hamstrings right up to the neck. That's great. This next one, I want you to stop at the bottom. We're going to let it hang down. So we're going down. Heavy hands, heavy head. Letting that hang. And now just sweep around your feet in a semicircle. So just bringing that around. Gently round, whether that's round the floor, around your ankles, around your knees, wherever your level of flexibility lets you go. That's good. One more. And then let's unroll, bring it back up. Let some of that blood that's rushed to the head get back down into the body. We're going to take it down once more. We're going to roll down. We're going to put our hands onto the mat, walk it out, coming down into a kneeling position now, and then sit back onto our heels. Stretch out through your upper body, reaching forwards into what we call a child's pose. And if you can, just walk those fingers slightly further forwards, having a lovely stretch along your sides, along your back. That's it. And bring that back up. Fantastic. Hopefully we're all nice and loosened out and warmed up. We're going to start with some exercises on our front now. So I want you to lay face down on the mat. We're going to have our legs extended straight behind, and we're bringing our arms up into a 90-degree position. So elbow in line with your shoulder and a 90-degree bend at the elbow there. So let's lay that down, face down on the mat there. And using the muscles along our spine, we're going to raise that head and chest up. Slowly control it down. Gently raising up and slowly down. So the whole lift and lower has just been done by the muscles in our back. Our arms aren't doing any of the lift. Bringing that up and lowering back down. That's good. Keeping that going. Bringing it up and down. Let's do 2 more. We're going to add a little extension to this now. So on our next one, when we hit the top spot and we feel we can't lift any further, we extend our arms and have a good stretch. Control all the way down. Lifting with the spine. Extend those arms. Control back down. If you do struggle with this extension at all, stick with the basic movement that we're doing. That's it. Bringing it up. Extend. Slowly back down. Really good. Let's just keep this going. Just nice and easy. If we spend a lot of time sitting with our hands forwards, either holding a tablet or a phone, working at a keyboard, doing craft in front of you, we tend to get those rounded shoulders, we curve our spine, we slump a bit. This is going to help strengthen the back and pull us back to where we should be. Good, 1 more. And up. Let's control all the way back down. Fantastic, well done. We're going to come now into a kneeling position for our next exercise. So this one's what we call thread the needle. So we're going to be in a position we call a kneeling box. So we have our hands under our shoulders, knee under hip, and a nice level back. From here, we take one hand that threads underneath the torso. We lower down, bring that back, and point to the ceiling. And down. Take it the other way, so the other hand under, nice and low, and up. Good, let's keep those going. So we thread underneath and rotate. Back down. Good, let's keep that moving. So alternate sides. That's it. Well done. We get that shoulder nice and low, down towards the floor. So if you keep in the same direction, I'm just turning so you can see the exercise from different viewpoints. That's good. Let's do 2 more. And our last one. And down. If you want to sit up for a few seconds, take a little bit of pressure off your wrists, you can put a bit of weight through there. But that is good to do. It helps keep our wrists nice and strong, but it can ache after a little while. So we're going to go back to our same starting position now. But this one is what we call a Superman or a bird dog, if anybody's ever done any yoga. So into your start position. We're going to begin just by raising one arm up, nice and straight in front and down. Then the other arm. We're raising up and down. For this exercise, we're going to gradually build the components and then put it all together. Bring it up and back down. That's it. Good, so just trying to get that arm up so it's nice and level. Good, one more each side. And bring that down. So from the same start position, now we're going to move on to our legs. So we're just going to extend one leg back so we're nice and long. Bring it in. Taking the other leg out. And that's good. So we're not trying to get our legs super high. We want a long, straight line along that body, from our toe, along the leg, into the back, up into the neck, that long, straight line. That's it. Good, one more each leg, and then we're going to put it all together. So as we extend, it's opposite arm to leg. If we try and do the same side, we tend to have a little bit of a problem and fall over. So one arm, opposite leg, bring those in. Trying to keep those shoulders nice and level, those hips level, our back flat. If you picture a tea tray of drinks resting on your back, we don't want to be tipping that off. We're keeping it nice and straight. That's it, keep that going. We're extending and back. Really good. Let's keep that moving. That's it, two more. And bring that one back down. Excellent. Okay, we're going to move over now onto our sides. So to begin with, we're going to lay out nice and long and straight with our arm underneath your head. You might want to use a cushion or rolled up jumper just to pad a bit more between your head and your arm. But we're going to lay this down long and straight on our side. So we're resting on our hip, legs out straight. If you can, pick your feet up off the floor. If you do need to rest them down, absolutely fine. So from here, we're just going to start with a simple single leg lift. Again, we're not trying to do the splits here. We're just gently lifting that foot up, controlling it back down. Keep it nice and slow and steady. Should be taking at least a second or two to lift and the same to come back down. That's it, really good. Nice and steady there. So we'll be doing each exercise twice, so once on each side. We're going to go for a few more. Then we'll swap ourselves around. That's good. Well, let's have two more. And two. Let's lower that back down. So either roll yourself over or spin around onto the other side. Again, resting on that hip. So we're out nice and long. That's it, from our start position there, either with feet up or resting on the mat if you need. Lift that leg, control back down. We're steady as we go up, slowly back down. Really, really good. And so keeping those muscles around our hips nice and strong. We tend to be really good and we do lots of movements that are forwards and backwards, so going in straight lines. We don't go side to side as much, so we can lose that strength around our hips. And that's really important to help us to reduce those falls. Now as the paths are getting a bit slippier, good to keep those hips there around there nice and strong. That's good. Couple more. Last one. Bring that back down. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go back over onto your other side, but this time From that same start position, I want you to have your knees slightly bent up, arm in the same position underneath your head, hand in front, but we've got our knees bent. If you can, pick your feet and your knees just up off the floor, but if not, rest them on the mat. Keeping our feet together, we're just going to open up that top knee, bring it down. So if you imagine a clamshell or a mussel shell, opening up, that's it. So we've got a pivot at your hip and at your feet. That's it, bringing that up, control it back down. Aiming to keep our hips one on top of the other. So if you feel you've rolled back onto your bum, just tip yourself forwards again. Just makes the exercise that little bit better. Means we're hitting the right muscles. So it's going around your hip, just into the glutes, so that big muscle around your bum. Want to keep that nice and strong. That's it. Really, really good. So we'll go for 2 more. And 1 more time, bringing that up and control it back down. Swapping over onto the other side again. So just take whatever time you need to switch over. Let's lay that down into our start position with those knees bent. Picking them off the floor if you can, but don't worry if you can't. And let's rotate that knee up and around. Bringing that up. Nicely done. Nice and steady. Just raise and rotate. So different people have a different range of movement in that hip. So you may not be able to get yours lifted very far. That's absolutely fine. Other people will be far more flexible and theirs will go halfway round. That's fantastic. Whatever you can do. But we don't want to force it too much. We don't want to make it hurt. There we go. And good. Let's have 2 more. 1 more time. And bring that back down. So we're going to stay in the same position, so with our knees bent, but I want you to bring your arm out at 90 degrees to the body, so it's pointing straight out in front of you, and then put the other hand on top. That's it. And we're going to do what we call open the door. We're going to take our top hand, that's going to come up, over, we follow it with our eyes, round the back, and back over the top together. Gives us a lovely stretch out halfway through the class, and also some rotation in the spine. This is really good to do so first thing on the morning. You do wake up with a bit of a stiff back. Lovely exercise. You can even do this before you've got out of bed. Just helps ease you out, get you moving again. That's it, fantastic. So let's do 2 more, keeping it nice and steady. Follow that hand with your eyes, bringing it back over 1 more time. Take that up and over. Bring those hands together and let's spin ourselves round for our last exercise on our side. So those knees bent, arms out at 90 degrees to the body, and lift and rotate. Good. Bringing that back together and over again. There we go. Lovely release. I really like this one. We get a bit older, we all tend to get that slightly stiff back. It just loosens you out. If you've had a tough day, done lots of lifting, gardening, a load of sport or something, but a bit tight the next morning, you can ease this out. That's it. 2 more now. Bring it over, and 1 more time. Bring that back and together. Excellent. Okay, for our last sort of batch of exercises now, we're going to move over onto our back. So I want you to lay yourselves back on the floor with our knees bent up. So laying back there, that's it, knees bent. And we're going to point our hands up towards the ceiling. So looking through your fingers up to the ceiling. To begin with, we're just going to let one leg slide forwards. Your heel wants to be skimming the ground all the time. So we're not lifting it high, it's literally hovering, you know, half an inch off the floor as we extend out. That's it. Slide that foot out, bring it back. And if you want to try and coordinate your breathing, we can breathe in as we extend, breathe out as you lift. Breathing in, breathe it out. Good. So next time, we're going to now add our arms. So as that leg extends, the opposite arm goes behind the head. That's it. Breathe it in, breathing out. Good. Keeping that moving. So we've got ourselves thinking about our coordination, so our brain's working. Got our core working to support that leg, raising off the floor, moving around. That's it. Really good. So it's nice and steady. We're not trying to do it really quick. It's not a scissor movement, it's just one at a time. That's it. Good. We'll do one more on each leg. And bring that back in. If you need a little stretch at any time, we can give those knees a hug. You can bring them in towards your body and just give those knees a little hug. That eases out the lower back. A lovely little stretch if you can do that. But now I want you to bring your feet and knees up into a position we call tabletop. So we have a 90-degree bend at your hip, same at the knee, and our shins are parallel to the floor and ceiling. Hands down on the floor, and from here, all we're going to do is let both knees drop to one side, and then we're up, over to the other side. When you feel your shoulder lift, that's when we bring them back up. So taking those feet over and back. If you find that too difficult, pop your feet back on the floor and just rock those knees one side, then the other. Gives us a similar exercise, but takes some of that pressure off your back. That's it, let's keeping that going. We're just taking those knees over and back. Your arms are just for balance and support on the floor. That's it. So all the lift's been done with those muscles around your tummy. Really good. Keep that going. Let's have a couple more. Move back to sideways. Nobody needs to see that for the rest of the class. That's it. Let's keep that going. Then let's have two more times. Go over and back across. Brilliant. Bring that to center. And let's put our feet back down onto the mat. So our next exercise, we're starting in this position again, down on the floor. So we've got our feet on the floor, quite close into your bum, back nice and flat. We're going to take ourselves up into a bridge. So we start by tilting our pelvis under, and then we peel the back off the mat, pushing your hips up in the air. And then we roll slowly back down, your pelvis tilts back. So we tilt under, heel up off the floor, push those hips up and down. So it wants to be a nice rolling movement rather than a straight lift. So we've got that little roll to a tilt, heel the back off the mat as you push up, slowly back down. That's it. Really good. Gets all of that postural chain nice and strong. So we're working your thighs, your hamstrings, your glutes, round your hips, into your back. It's a really, really good exercise just to keep us nice and strong, helping us do all those daily jobs we need to get done. It's not about being fit to go for a run or play sport, but it helps. But this is going to help you carry on doing all those things you need to do around the house, in the garden, at work, all those daily things. That's good. Let's do 2 more. Bringing that up. Slowly back down. Last one. Bring that up. And gently back to the floor. If you now bring yourself up into a sitting position, we're going to sit up nice and tall with our back straight and our knees bent here. I want you to hold your hands out in front as if you're holding a small ball between your palms. And we're just going to let our spine curve as we roll back. Taking that back there, up to sitting tall. We don't need to reach any further forwards. Let's just take that back and up. So just lowering back as far as you feel able. So if that's just past center to there, fantastic. If you can get nearly all the way to the mat, absolutely amazing. Just work to your own level. That's it. But the more we do, the stronger we're going to get. And we can challenge ourselves that little bit, either to do a few more or to lower that little bit further back. But remember, don't push it too far without gradually improving. We don't want to injure ourselves, don't want to be hurting ourselves. That's it. So gently back. We're going to make a little tweak to this one. We're going to add a little sweep with our hand. We're going to take that out to the side, bring it back up. So as we go back, we'll just sweep that hand out wide, looking at that hand as we go. If you find that difficult, just stick with the basic movement. But remember, don't push yourself too far, but just take it to our own levels, our own ability. That's it. Really good. Good, so we'll do 2 more. Then we're going to finish with a little challenge and then a little bit of relaxation before we stretch and finish. Good, 1 more down the center and back. So a little challenge just to finish before we have a little relaxation. I want you to lay back on the mat, put your hands round behind your head. We're going to try and roll ourselves up. So we're going to lift our hands. When you see your hands, lift your head. Tuck that chin, roll the shoulders in, and can we bring ourselves all the way up to our feet? Let's lower it back, try that one once more. Put those hands behind the head. Let's lift those hands. When you see them, lift the head, tuck in the chin, roll the shoulders, bring yourself all the way up and back. So just before we have a stretch, we're going to do a little short relaxation. So all I want you to do is sit comfortably or keep laying down if that's better. And we're just going to start breathing nice and easy. Breathing in through the nose, blowing it out through the mouth. That's good. Breathe it in. Breathe, blowing it out. That's it. In and out. And now we're going to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and blow that out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep that pattern going. In for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, blow out. 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Keep that going. Couple more cycles. That's it. Hold. 4 and out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. Last one's in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Blowing that. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax it there. So that's a lovely little relaxation breathing exercise you can do anytime you may be feeling a bit anxious or a little bit stressed. Just lowers the blood pressure, lowers the heart rate. So we're going to have a little stretch just before we finish. So I want you to stand yourselves back up. Do that nice and gradually, nice and gently. We've been laid on the floor for a while, so we don't want to suddenly jump up and get dizzy. So we're going to stand nice and tall. To begin with, I want you to put one foot back. So your back leg stays straight, front knee bends, and then we're going to put our hands together, reach out in front. So we're opening up those shoulder blades at the same time, we're stretching that calf. Look down to the floor. And relax. Switch our feet over, so the other foot goes back now. Front knee bends, back leg straight. But I want you to put your hands into the small of your back. And we're going to open up that chest, pull your shoulder blades together. And then if you can, just look up. Good, and bring that back down. So we're standing nice and tall, feet underneath those hips. I want you to put your hands up in the air, and we're just going to bend that forward as if we're bowing down towards the ground. That's it. Stretching out that lower back, those hamstrings, and bring that up. If we can, if you need some help with your balance, use the wall or a piece of furniture. We're just going to pick up one foot. We're going to give our thigh a stretch. If you just struggle to get hold of your foot, bring your foot up in front, grab it, then back. Excellent, and switch that out. So we'll go for the other side, pick that foot up, bringing it back, stretching that thigh. So we're nearly there. Got 2 to go. And release that down. We're going to put our feet a bit wider now. So if you're on a yoga mat, about the width of your mat, and I want you to reach up above your head with one hand. We're going to stretch it out to the side. You should feel that nice and tight down that side there. Bringing it down over the other side. And then we've just got one more to do after this. So keeping those feet wide, I want you to sweep down low. We're going to bring that up. This next one, if we can, we're going to go up onto our toes. We're going to reach for the sky, and we're going to hold that there for 3, 2, 1, and relax that down. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, everybody. I hope you've had a really good time this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're feeling better for that. Get yourselves a nice drink, have a little rest, then get outside and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time.